As an African man, I've never really been to scary movies. Apart from the satire ones like Scream, a Scary Movie, and Get Out and so on. At first the sequence threw me off. And I damn near shut the movie off, I'm not gonna lie. Bars. As a real nigga, I decided to lock in and go through with it. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me introduce.
Shit.
In the first scene, we start off with a creepy little girl telling a story about how some kids went missing at 2:17 a.m. Except this one kid named Alex. He put up to class like nothing happened at all.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Also, we start off with Justine, who's the teacher of the kids that went missing, and the parents are blaming her, like it wasn't the kids that ran out themselves. Then she later takes the stage.
First, I just want to say how very sorry I am for all of what's happened. I know there's nothing I can say to make this better. The truth is that I want an answer just as bad as all of you. I love those kids. And I know it's not.
Locked up until she tells us what happened.
Me personally, I would have said, I ain't got nothing to do with y'all kids. Well, fuck them kids. I hope y'all find them. As they finished the meeting, a random black brother told Justine to go home and clear her mind.
But instead, this sucker goes to the liquor store.
Like, bro, she had one job. As she gets home about a port of liquor, she gets a ring at her door. And guess what Justine decides to do? Take a guess.
Hello? Yes?
And on top of that, who has their blinds wide open at night? Despite the fact she has curtains too. She then doubles down and goes outside with pepper spray.
Like, what the f they gonna do?
If I was her, I would have grabbed a Blake and shut at the door. Simple. She has a conversation with Wong the next day. Guess Wong, the boy from Doctor Strange.
I am now the guardian of these books.
About how she wants to keep working, but my dog Wong ain't going for it. The movie introduces this dumbass who meets Justine for drinks. Just keep this little interaction in mind for later. It's very important. This girl Justine went as far as to stalking a kid Alex home. Like, bro, look at this shit. Ain't this weird? She even went as far as to go knock at his door and trespass his property too.
Hello, it's Miss Gandy. I'd like to talk to you.
She makes all that noise and still decides to stand there. Then she goes back to look again. Like, bro, how dumb can you be? I'm starting to get tired of this character, bro. This girl doesn't learn. She then goes back to the liquor store where she was followed and dragged by a random lady. Keep this interaction in mind. It's all so important.
You fucked him? Donna? You fucked him? No, I didn't fuck him. I didn't fuck him. I know you did.
This girl Justine goes back to Alex's house and goes on a stakeout, but she was caught lagging once again. So this is Archer. Wait, no, not that Archer. This Archer. He has been sleeping in his son's room, ignoring his wife, and rewatching a front cam recording ever since his son disappeared. He goes to the station to talk to the police chief for a follow-up on the investigation as to where the kids may have disappeared to. So he tries to shift the blame on Justine, but then the police chief clocked his tea.
What do you think it is that she's not telling us? Because those kids walked out of those homes. No one pulled them out.
Clock it, clock it.
Really, nigga?
Fast forward to him sleeping in his son's bed again. He has a nightmare about following his son, but he ends up back where he started, which was his house. This is where we get introduced to the creepy looking lady. She kinda look like Megamind.
Shut your lame ass up, nigga.
At this point, bro is fed up. Since the cops ain't doing shit, he became Sherlock Holmes. He tried to connect the dots to see if he could find a pattern. As Archer comes across Justine at the gas station, they started arguing. Until all of a sudden, you see Wong in the background, Naruto running towards both of them with the intent to kill Justine. And we have Paul, the dumbass. Turns out he's a cop. He rolls up on a crackhead named James, trying to break in somewhere, and goes on a hot pursuit. You see what I did there? No, okay. When he catches up to him, he searches him and gets poked by a needle.
Wanna guess what happens next?
He knocked bro out cold to the point where he runs to disconnect the dash cam in the car. Y'all remember the scene? Well, let's just say they ended up doing a freak nasty. And it comes back to haunt him. Remember when I was saying this is important? Well, here it is. It turns out the lady that dragged Justine at the liquor store is Paul's wife. Crazy, I know. It's sick. I swear the sequence of this movie is somewhat off, but it ends up piecing together. This is James, the crackhead, meth head, whatever you want to call him. He comes across a house and decided to trespass, not knowing what is waiting for him inside. So he starts walking around the house, looking for shit to loot, and then comes across the owners. But they're in a trance-like state, and they don't react to him at all. So his dumbass decides to say,
You good?
You mean you good? Like your first reaction in this situation is to run. But he decided to go about his day and continues looting the house until he came across the basement of the home and finds all the missing kids. After leaving the house, he goes to a pawn shop to sell the shit he stole, which ended up being kitchen utensils. While pawning the things he stole, he looked up at the wall and saw a $50,000 reward for the missing kids. He got mad lucky with that find. So him and Paul meet again, and he gets poked by James with needles. Again. Like, what is up with this guy getting poked with needles? So Paul gets mad and pulls out a shotty on him. Then James says he knows where the missing kids are, so he takes him there. Paul goes into the house. The leader comes out in a trance-like state like the owners, then drags James inside it with him. Then we have Marcus, aka Wong.
That's my dog! That's my dog! That's my...
Yeah, I need help. Do y'all remember that creepy Megamind looking lady from the very beginning in Archer's dreams? Well, she's back. But this time she's having a meeting with Wong. She ended up leaving his office and later finds where he lives. And he, well, his partner lets her in the house. Now what would you... It's like the scene from Sinners, where the vampires ask to come in. You're supposed to say, "Oh, hell no!" She comes on some bullshit and later does some voodoo on them. And this happened.
What'd you do? Marcus? Marcus?
That nigga Wong went apeshit, bro. After that, she does more voodoo. Then Wong goes after Justine. This is where Justine and Archer put their differences aside and join forces. This is Alex, the only kid that didn't disappear. Honestly, now that I think about it, for him to be the only one that didn't disappear, I would have thought it was him. He was picked up from school, and his dad told him that his mom's aunt has come to stay with them. Turns out it's the creepy Megamind lady. He meets her, and off the rip, you can tell the vibe is off. Remember the voodoo shit she did to Wong? Well, she unintentionally taught Alex how it works, and it comes to haunt her in the very end. She then tells Alex to bring an object from every single classmate home, and guess what this little nigga does? He over here collecting these name tags like he playing Pokemon Go or some shit. Him collecting all the name tags allowed her to lure all the kids to the basement of the house. The movie pans back to our duo, Archer and Justine, in front of Alex's house. This is where all hell breaks loose. As they enter the house, James runs at Archer, Paul runs at Justine, and they start fighting for their lives. Meanwhile, Alex is also fighting for his life too. His friends started running towards him. Justin got a hold of Paul's gun
お前はもう死んでいる。何？
and kills him and James. Alex is upstairs doing what Megamind unintentionally taught him, and it backfired on her.
Oh no.
All the kids started chasing her. And it honestly became comedy at this point. This reminds me of the playground scene from Goonies. But in the end, they caught her and ripped her into shreds. And the trance state everyone was in wore off.
So now I'm like, how does your own voodoo work on you?
Archer finds his son and the movie ends. But they were never the same. Now that I think about it, I think the more people she had in a trance-like state, the younger / longer she gets to live. Question mark, question mark. I don't know. But let me know in the comments what movie I should do next. So, what did we learn?
Could I please have some water?
Aww.